Well guys, I don't know what other videos I could really think about doing, but today's video I'm going to be doing some Royal Rumble predictions. There's only 4 matches on the card, so this review is probably going to be a bit short. Well, not review, just predictions is probably going to be quite a short video, but maybe I can try and drag it as much as I can. We have our first match being Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens, and as much as I would love to see Kevin Owens win, because I think he deserves it more than Logan Paul, I just can't see them having Logan Paul losing. Now, the only thing that could really change my mind was, well, the one thing I've been complaining about when it comes to Logan Paul is that he's sort of like another Roman Reigns. It's like he's a part-timer, he's like another Roman Reigns. But apparently he's now renewed his contract, and apparently he is now signed a full-time contract, and apparently he's been taking his job for granted, and that's what the article said. The article said that apparently he's taken his job, he looked at WWE more as a hobby instead of a job. So it sounds like he's now signed a full-time contract, so we might be seeing Logan Paul every week. And in my opinion, I think that's the best case scenario for Logan Paul. If you are signed to WWE, I think you should be a full-time wrestler, because I think that's the one big critique I had about Logan Paul, is that I didn't like him being a part-time wrestler. I felt he really should have been a full-time wrestler. Like, he can still do his podcasts and shit. Just because you've got a podcast and all this other stuff doesn't mean you can't do it. You can definitely still do it, even as a full-time performer. Now, that's not going to change my opinion on Logan Paul as a wrestler, but I just think him being a full-time wrestler might be the best case scenario for him, considering, you know, he is a part of WWE. But, you know, still don't like the guy. But I do think Logan Paul is going to beat Kevin Owens, and he's going to go into WrestleMania as United States Champion. And hopefully that's where he will lose it to probably LA Knight or any other babyface that comes up to challenge him. So there is that one. The other match is the Fatal 4-Way for the undisputed WWE Universal title. Roman defending against Orton, LA Knight, and AJ Styles. Now, as much as I want to say Randy Orton should win this 100%, I can't see it. And I know that's not going to happen. Randy is not going to be the guy to end Roman's reign. I still don't see Roman Reigns losing that title. As much as I want to hold on to hope that Triple H will do the right thing at WrestleMania 40 and have Roman's title reign end, a part of me just doesn't see it. Like, I had faith in Triple H at WrestleMania 39 that he'd give Cody the title. He didn't do it then. So, ever since the Cody match, I feel like I haven't trusted Triple H since then. I haven't really been trusting Triple H since then. I know a lot of people just give Triple H a pass, and you guys know I've been hammering him pretty hard in a lot of my videos, but Triple H really needs to gain my trust, and the one thing he needs to do is have Roman lose his bloody title, because I'm getting very, very tired of Roman as champion. But I know Roman is going to retain it. He's not going to lose it at the Royal Rumble as much as I would love him to. I just don't see that happening. I think he's going to win, and he's going to pin LA Knight. I think he's going to pin LA Knight. LA Knight makes a lot of sense. I don't really want him to pin Randy because you can't, have Randy come back and just take a loss. I mean, hell, Randy Orton beat Solo Sikoa last week. Even though I felt that match was going to end by disqualification. So, long story short, Roman Reigns will retain and he will pin LA Knight and he'll go into WrestleMania because he will not be defending his title in Australia. He'll be going on to WrestleMania to possibly face Cody Rhodes or possibly The Rock at WrestleMania. I'm probably more leaning towards The Rock possibly being the WrestleMania match because for some weird-ass reason I just do not trust Triple H at all into giving us Cody versus Roman. The only way he would give us Roman versus... The only way I'd be okay with Roman versus Cody is if Cody actually ends up winning, which I don't see happening. I just can't see it. I just can't see Roman losing at WrestleMania. For some weird reason, I truly believe WWE is just going to have Roman pass Hulk Hogan. A part of me thinks they're going to have him pass Hulk Hogan as one of the longest reigning champions of the modern era. I remember saying as a joke that they were going to have him stay champion until he passed Bruno Sammartino, and it's kind of funny that he's actually getting close to doing that. So it sounds like that may actually become a reality at this point. They may literally have him beat Bruno Sammartino. I'm actually legitimately starting to believe that's what they're going to be doing with Roman Reigns. I am hoping to be wrong in that scenario. So now it's time for the Royal Rumble matches themselves. The men's and women's Royal Rumble matches. Now, who do I see winning the Royal Rumble matches? Well, on the women's side of things, I only see two winners. That being Bayley and Becky. Bayley and Becky. They're the only two people I realistically see winning the women's Royal Rumble match. I know a lot of people are clamoring for Liv, but I just can't see it being Liv. As much as don't get me wrong, I legitimately, legit agree with a lot of the people that say Liv Morgan should win, because I think Liv winning would be great, especially after the performance she had last year. But I don't know, I just can't see it happening. I just can't see Liv Morgan winning. I know a lot of people want her to win, but I just can't see it. I just can't see Liv winning. It just doesn't make sense for Liv to win. Yes, the story is there for Rhea Ripley. I know her story with Rhea is there, but I feel if they are going to do their rivalry, I see them doing it when Rhea isn't champion anymore. I think that's when they will most likely do it. I think when Rhea isn't champion anymore, that's probably when they will do it. So in that way, Liv can probably beat her without taking the title from her, my guess. So who do I see winning the Women's Royal Rumble match? I think it's going to be Becky, but I also think it's going to be Bayley. As I said, these are the two people that I think are going to win the Rumble. And a part of me thinks it's going to be Becky because of the whole story they're going with her. And I think if there's anyone that will make a two-time Women's Royal Rumble winner, it would be Becky Lynch. I could possibly see Becky winning. But I can also see Bayley winning because of the storyline they've got going on there with Damage Control. But, I don't know. It's going to be either one of them. I really feel it's going to be either Becky or Bayley. I really think it's going to be Becky or Bayley. And I kind of think that's where my prediction relies on. I think it relies on either one of the two of them that'll win the Women's Royal Rumble match. But my gut says Becky. I'm hoping to be wrong. But a part of me thinks it'll be Becky. but another part of me thinks it's going to be Bayley. So to me, either one of them are going to win the Women's Royal Rumble match. Now, when it comes to the men's side of things, I think the men's one feels a bit more predictable. You know, I heard Michael Cole say it on commentary. He said that this year's Royal Rumble is going to be the most unpredictable Royal Rumble in Royal Rumble history, which I think is really over-exaggerating, if you ask me. I think that's very over-exaggerating, if you ask me. I truly believe that CM Punk is going to win the Royal Rumble match, and that doesn't make it the most unpredictable. And that doesn't make the Royal Rumble the most unpredictable Royal Rumble. And I can probably already predict that CM Punk will be number 30 and Cody Rhodes will be number 1. I guarantee you that'll probably be what's going to happen. I guarantee you that's probably what's going to happen. They're probably going to have Cody come out number 1 this time. I bet you they'll probably have Cody be the number 1 entrant this year, and they'll probably have CM Punk come out number 30 because Triple H has this freaking obsession with having the last entry winning the Royal Rumble, because we've seen that happen so many times. John Cena in 2008 won at number 30. Undertaker in 2007 won at number 30. Triple H in 2016 won at number 30. We had Cody Rhodes last year at number 30. We've had so many people come out from the number 30 spot and go on to win because they've said that the number 38 spot has now produced the most winners, which again, why should that surprise anybody? Because it sounds like that's the number they go with. They're like, well, if you're winning the Rumble, we'll just make you come out at number 30. Like, and number 1 has even won several Royal Rumbles, like with Rhea Ripley last year. Edge came out number 1 and he won from there. Like, number 1 has had their fair share of Royal Rumble winners. Not as many as number 30, but I feel number 1 and number 30 should be the two numbers that should be kind of excluded from being the Royal Rumble slot victory this year. So, I think CM Punk is definitely going to win. I can't see Cody winning. As much as I'd love to see Cody go back-to-back, I just can't see it happening. I think Gunther will get his revenge on Cody. I'm going to make a prediction, and I could be wrong. I think Gunther will get his revenge and eliminate Cody Rhodes from the Royal Rumble match, because after the allegations that are going around about Vince, which I'm not going to talk about, it's all over the internet, everybody knows about it. There's been word of Brock Lesnar coming back. The Brock Lesnar stuff might not come out after the whole allegations, because his name was brought up in the allegations that went on with Vince, which again I'm not going to be going into because it's too disgusting. I'm not going to talk about it too much. So Brock Lesnar, I don't think he could be there. I think Gunther versus Cody Rhodes could be a good WrestleMania match if they want to go down that path. And I think Cody could be a good guy to dethrone Gunther. Like, you could kind of give Cody a little token run with the IC title for a little bit. I wouldn't hate that. I wouldn't hate that if he's not going to go to WrestleMania, but I do think he will get his match at WrestleMania, even if he doesn't win the Royal Rumble. But I think Gunther eliminating Cody as a payback from last year, you know, could be... I think that could be a good thing they could do. I think that could be a smart decision they could do. For the surprise entrances, I don't know who they could really do for the men. I know I've heard some people think Okada from Japan could make an appearance, but I don't think he will. His contract hasn't expired yet. And of course, when it comes to the women's side, I've heard a lot of people talk about Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, potentially being there. I swear to God, like the worst thing about being a Sasha Banks fan is constantly hearing people just take the tiniest of things and make it all of a sudden become about Sasha Banks. Like, it's really darn annoying. And of course, the rumors of AJ Lee potentially coming back, and as much as I would love to see that happen, I don't think she will. Even though some people, even though I've heard Tom Colicue act pretty confidently that AJ Lee will be there, I kinda doubt it. But anyway, that's really all I can really say. I think CM Punk and Becky or Bayley are going to win the Women's Royal Rumble match. But I have to pick one. I have to pick one on the women's side. I'm just going to say Bayley because of how the damage control stuff is going. I think Bayley and CM Punk are going to be the Royal Rumble winners in 2024. So those are my predictions for the Royal Rumble. I will see you guys tomorrow for the Royal Rumble. And if you guys have Instagram, be sure to follow me on Instagram because I'll be doing a watch along, a watch party, watch along, whatever you want to call it. I'll be doing a watch along of the Royal Rumble on my Instagram. So if you want to see my reaction to everything, make sure you pop on Instagram and come and join me there. Thank you all so much for joining, everybody, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the Royal Rumble and for my review there.